Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas. And this is our last card for the month of March, using our butterflies again. And we're going to use blending and some embossing paste and some masks with this card. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then so this is our inside, this is our outside. So let me show you what comes with this, and then on our envelope we put our little, a little butterfly that matches the peach pie. We used peach pie and gorgeous grape. So I just love this card. I really do. I like the effect you can get with the embossing paste and a stencil. And this card is basically cased from Wendy Lee. She did something very similar, different colors. And I changed up the inside a little bit of my card from hers, but pretty much this is her design. So I want to give credit to her. She's just such a phenomenal demonstrator. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I gave credit to her for her beautiful designs. So in your package, of course, we'll have your envelope. You will have a piece of, there's a lot of little bits to this. I'll put it off to the side. You will have a piece of basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Don't forget to reinforce your fold there. We're just going to set that off to the side for a moment. You will also have a piece of peach pie. This is 4 by 5.25. You will have a piece of gorgeous grape. These will mat together. This one is 3.25 by 5. And then you will have a piece of white that goes on. This is all your inside of your card, by the way. That is going to be 3.5 by 4.75. On the front of your card, you're going to end up with a piece of peach pie, and this one is 3 3/8 squared, and then a piece of gorgeous grape that is 2 7/8 squared. You will have your beautiful butterfly. You will have your little butterfly body, and then you'll have an extra piece of peach pie to stamp your sentiment. Now I'm making this a birthday card. If you need a, stopping by to see you card or anything else, you're more than welcome to do that. And this is the stamp set that I'm using for this. I'm using this happy birthday, this beautiful little butterfly. And then for the die cut, it is this one right here. We die cut that out. I think that is just so beautiful and lacy, but we're going to leave it white. And the other thing we used in this, I alluded to the masks, so let me show you what we made. This piece here is 4.25 by 5 inches, and hopefully you can see the shimmer that is in here. I don't know if you can, but I'm going to try and just move it enough so you can see that this is the shimmer paste. Okay, and the reason why this is the size it is right now is we are going to use a blending brush on it, and then we're going to cut it to the sizes we need. So you can use any kind of little trimmer to do this, but this is the masks that I used. It is from an I believe it's online item. No, it's not an online item. Gosh, it is linked together. And this is the masks that come with this. There's quite a few in here. There's, I think, 5 or 6. There's 5. And they do beautiful things. But the one that I used to do this was this one here. Okay. And you just tape down your piece of paper. Put this on top. I taped it top and bottom so it would stay still. And then I smeared the Shimmer embossing paste. And Shimmer embossing paste comes in a tub like this. One tub will last you a long time. I just finished. This one has not been opened yet. I haven't opened it because I just finished my first tub of this, and it took me like 4 years to use it up. So it takes a while to use it up, but it's really a lot of fun. And I would like, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a short on how to do this. Maybe a short little reel for you so you can see how I did that. But I love using these masks for more than just putting ink on them. There's just so much fun. I am having such a good time with them. I made another card with them earlier in another video for a class, and it was so much fun. So let's get to it here. I think what I'm going to do first is just to make things a little bit simple, I'm going to assemble a little bit of this ahead of time. So let's just do our inside together. And this is, you know, really not too hard. You're just going to take and go ahead, and I do my little Z on here, right? I'm going to do my Z about 1/8 of an inch all the way around is what we're looking for. You're just matte and layering it. And this one too. So we're just going to put this on the inside of our card just to get some pieces out of the way before we do all the other stuff. I need to have some room actually to do it. You know, I have to get in a trimmer, oh, you name it. So here's my card. I'm going to open it up, flip this over. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. Now, some people have asked me, am I using the thick, basic white thick? I am not. I'm using this thin. And that's because I'm layering up with a lot of other things that it really is fine to use the regular basic white. But if you feel better using the thick, go ahead and do that. I just tend to do it this way. Then this is going to get adhered onto here, and I will just, notice how I flip everything over. How funny is that? There's nothing on it, yet I flip it over. So this is approximately, I want to say about 1/2 inch, somewhere in between there. Okay, and that just goes on as square as you can to these 4 sides. And then this little buddy is going to get put on here, and he's going to go diagonal. Now you can make him really diagonal if you want. I'm trying to keep him, you know, sort of inside the box, okay, so to speak. So let me, here we go. Got to put our Z on there. Okay, now I'm going to try and see if I can figure this out so every corner is kind of inside the box. I think that one's pretty good. We'll go with it there. That looks pretty good. Okay, this will stamp in a little while. This, I'm just going to quickly adhere this to here. And I am just using a little bit of glue on the white. Okay, just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of it to adhere it. So let's do that. This will eventually get popped up with some dimensionals. And we are going to use some Wink of Stella on here just to shimmer up his body, because you got to have some shimmer on him. But these things are now just going to go off to the side till we're done with everything else. So let me bring in my sloppy paper. Let me bring in our embossed paper right now. And what we're going to do here is we are going to start coloring this. We're going to use a blending brush. If you do not have a blending brush, you're more than welcome to use a sponge dauber or an actual sponge to do this. But we're just going to get some ink on here, and we are just going to go to it. Okay, and there's no right, wrong, or indifferent way of doing this. The mottled look is what's fun. There's texture on that embossed paste, and I like that. You know, when I put it on, you can make it be perfectly smooth, and then I just go in and rough it up, and I like that. I really think it looks pretty that way. So it doesn't take me long to do this. I mean, you're just literally just putting it on there. There you go. So that's that. As long as I have that ink out, I'm going to let that dry for a moment. And I'm going to go and put my little butterfly on my envelope because I've got this open. So a little butterfly there. And a little butterfly here. No naked envelopes. No, 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 no. Okay. That can go out of the way. This can go up there. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And this is the fun part. At least I think it is. So we are going to trim this to be what we need it to be. And this has to get trimmed to, well, you know what? I don't think I wrote my measurements down. How can I do that? So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a ruler real quick and we're going to measure this because we know it's squared. And this is at, if we look here, it's at 2 3/4. So we're going to end up with a 2 3/4 square here. And I'm just going to look, which side do I think looks the best? And I'm going to come in and I'm going to trim. I think I'm going to trim this right here. And I'm just going to trim off about 1/4 inch. Okay, there. And let's see. Well, I think I want another 1/4 inch off. So I'm going to go another 1/4 inch off. I'm cutting right through, and you can't see this, but I am cutting right through my die cutting. And I'm going to go to 2 3/4, which is right here. 2 3/4. And I'm going to hold that straight. And I am going to cut up. And I'm going to look at this, and I'm just going to chop off a little bit of it. And I'm trying to hold it so you can actually see where I'm cutting. So normally you would butt it up to one of the ends, but I'm just winging it this way for you so you can see how I'm cutting it. And 2 3/4 again. Okay, 2 3/4. I'm holding it pretty tight. So this is my front square that's going to go on here. Okay, that's going to go on there like that. All right, now I need a piece for the inside of my card. So the inside piece is going to be 3.5 inches by 1 inch is what it looks like. But we're going to remeasure it because for some reason I did not write it down. And I'm going to have to go back to my instructions and do it. So 3.5 by 1 inch. And so let me put that here. That's what happens when you think you're prepared, but you're not really. Okay, so I'm going to just come in here and I'm just going to cut 1 inch. I'll hold it up here so you can see it. Going to cut 1 inch. Then I'm just going to bring this over and cut off. Remember, this is 4 1/4, so I can cut off 1/4 of it real easy, and it'll be okay. 1/4, and now I want it to be 3.5. So I'm going to find the 3.5 mark here. I'm going to hold it steady. Again, if you're doing this with your trimmer, you're going to butt it up to the end so it doesn't slide on you. Okay, so I'm going to just bring this like this, so hopefully it makes sense. So this is like 3.5 by 1 inch, and this is what I mean by butting it up. It would be right in this area, but because there's no room for my trimmer to be in the middle of the camera right now, I just held it in the middle. So this is my inside piece. And then the rest is basically trash, or you can use it on another card. But this way you get an option. Maybe you make a big, blob on your when you're doing your blending brush. So this way you can cut around it, and I like that. I really do. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on this and put it on the inside of my card. And what I did before is I just put it on the very bottom, and that's all we're going to do here. We're just going to put it on the very bottom, just bringing some of the outside in. I just think it's kind of fun. And then this one here, we'll put our little Z on it, and we will adhere this baby down too. Okay, and it's just going to tilt the other way. So we're tilting it 2 ways in here. Okay, and now we've got our beautiful butterfly. This butterfly is going to get attached here. And I am going to use adhesive strips on this one. And the reason being is my little black ones are a little bit too big. And having an adhesive strip there will give me a little bit more, you know, thin, and I can go all the way up to his little head and all the way down here, and I can snip it off. So the center of him is really got a lot of adhesive on him, and he's none the worse for the wear. Now, if you think you're seeing a little bit of it, just come in and angle, cut it off. That's all I do. I don't really think you can see that piece. I'll put that back on there. Okay, and I'm going to just adhere, well, I'm going to adhere this right now. And this is all about a butterfly going all different angles here. So, and I don't fold up the wings because they are above already. You can give it a little bit of a push, but I don't think it needs very much. Okay, so let's get to our sentiment, and I'll get out the wink of Stella. Let's wink first. We got wink right here. Let's do the winking. So we're going to wink this up. And the thing with the wink of Stella is you're seeing me do it. You're not going to actually see the shimmer on camera very well. But if you don't have wink of Stella, you can always use a Stencils. That's always fun too. But then if you use Stencils, it does take about 24 hours to dry. So just know that. You just want a little shimmer there. So let's get to our sentiment. My sentiment on this is going to be happy birthday. And because it's on the peach pie, I am going to stamp it with Gorgeous Grape. Okay. And I'm going to go approximately in the middle and as straight as I can go. And that is really crooked. Wow. But the good news is there are 2 sides to my paper. So I will try this again and see if I can do it a little straighter. Oh, much better, much better. So let me shut the grape because I like to wear my ink. Now, because I cut this on the trimmer, there's like a little edge here. I'm just going to come in and flatten that edge with my bone folder. It's just something that annoys me. Probably doesn't annoy you at all, but it annoys me. And so now I'm just going to come in and I'm going to do an angle cut here. And I'm going to do another angle cut right here. Boom. And that's pretty good. This can get popped up with regular dimensionals. And that's what I did. I'm getting down on these dimensionals. There we go. I like my cards to really stand up, I think. 4, really could have used 3, but I wanted to finish off that pack or that piece. We'll put this on. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put on some butterflies. And we're just putting a few on the front. We can always put one on the inside too. So let's put our happy birthday right here. And let me find, where did I put the flutterbys. Flutterbys. Flutterbys, and take your pick. Not pick your take, but take your pick. And I put one of these up here. I put a couple little ones on here, just because I wanted something down, sparkly down here. And then I didn't do this before, but you're more than welcome to put one on the inside. I didn't feel it needed it, but if you want to, you can. And that is our third card for the month. I hope you enjoyed this class. It was just a different way to use some blending brushes, and I love the masking, especially on this one. It was a lot of fun. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. Please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. You'll be notified when I drop another video, and hopefully I'll be dropping more, a few more, a little bit quicker than I have been. This winter's gotten away from me, but we're going to get better now that spring is here. Well, yeah, spring is here as far as I'm concerned. It's March. I always go, oh, it's spring, it's March, but really not for a little bit longer. So have a great day. Thank you again for watching. Be blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye.